Hey everybody. Okay, today was a very busy day. I'm exhausted, honestly, and my arms feel like spaghetti. So today and yesterday we tilled our garden area that we have been gardening in, that we're going to use for spring this year. And then I went over it again with the tiller today, and then I laid out the rows. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the rows and show y'all where we're going to be gardening this year. We have some more spots that we're going to be gardening. My husband's over there tilling right now. So I might talk about those in a later video. But let's go ahead and look at what I did today. And then we'll talk about what the plans are. So here we go. So as you can see, we got two beds here. There's a third bed. These are raised beds, these three. The rest of these, if you look, are furrows. We have some mounds, kind of staggered. "16 furrows, 3 of them are raised, and then I don't even know how many mounds we have. The mounds will have zucchini, squash, probably put the zucchini over there, squash over here, so they're kind of separated. Watermelon, we got some bush cucumbers that'll go on some of that. A lot of the rows, the furrows, will have leafy greens, so like kale, spinach, some cabbage, stuff like that. And then we have furrows that are going to have beans in them. We're going to be growing a lot of different varieties of beans this year because they don't cross-pollinate so easy. So I'll probably do them like 3 or 4 rows apart, different varieties, so they don't cross-pollinate. And then I'll put a bunch of stuff in between them so that the pollinators have something to rub off that extra pollen on, just to limit the chances of cross-pollination. Then we're also going to be doing 4 types of corn. And we'll do one here on the end of that row, one way at the end of the other row, one way over there. There's my husband way back there. We'll put another corn over here, and then one back in this corner. Two troublemakers over here snuck into the garden when I wasn't looking, even though they have this huge field right there. Now let's get over to the greenhouse and I'll show y'all some of the cuttings that we have going on and talk a little bit about those. Hey everybody, here we are in our greenhouse today. Today I am just going to be talking about some of the cuttings we have at rooting and growing, and I just kind of want to tell y'all a little bit about the methods I used as far as getting them to take. So today I am going to be transferring them out of water into soil. We have a lot of cuttings that are starting to put on new growth, and it's just a good time to get them in the soil, really, since they're starting to grow. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these varieties and the methods that I've taken so far to get them to where they are right now. Encourage y'all to subscribe, like, share, do whatever y'all feel is necessary as far as sharing content, helping us grow. I would really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started talking about these. So first up, we have Methley Plum. And if you go back and look at our other videos about when we took these cuttings, these growths were not there. So this is all new growth, which makes me very happy. Almost all of them are showing signs of new growth. And this is from our Methley Plum. So today we'll be trading out this water, which really needs to be done. And then I will be putting them in soil. We have some toilet paper rolls that people donated that I'm going to put them in. This is our Arosa plum, and it's got new growth as well. It's looking really good. These do not have signs of new growth yet. This is our Blenheim apricot cuttings, but today I'll probably just end up trading out the water. I might put them in soil, I'm just not sure yet. This is from our Mexican plum, which is a wild plum that grows on our property. I don't see any green growth from them yet, but I do see some new node development, which is a good sign. This one right here is new. It's nice and red. And right there. Right there. So that is some good signs. I might get this in soil today. Well, it just depends on time. Let's see what else we got over here real quick. We got these plum cots. If you look at this cutting, this is one cutting. It was a pretty thick one compared to some of these other ones, but it is just doing fantastic. Huge cutting, so I'm really happy about that those are doing so good. I saw something over here earlier. Oh, this one. This Harvester Peach is putting on some new growth. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Right there, next to my thumb. It's new growth, which is exciting. There's also another new node. Very happy about that. This Sentinel Peach here is starting to put on a new bloom right there, and it's got some new growth here on the top, so that's really exciting. So let's go ahead and talk about what I've done with these so far. So when I take a cutting, here, let me show you on this other cutting. So when I take a cutting, I do it at an angle, roughly 45 degrees. And the goal is to do it below a node. And that is because the nodes are where the roots are going to start coming out of. Of course, you'll have some that just come straight out of the bottom, but the nodes are what are used to growing, and so that is where you'll have the best root growth. And so when I put them underwater, I make sure to get, 3 or 4 inches in the water. So when I took them, I did the 45 degree angle, and then I dipped them in rooting hormone, the powder one actually. Kind of twirled it around in the rooting hormone. I'll put a clip of that in a minute. And then I let them soak in rooting hormone water for probably a week, or actually for about 48 hours. And then I took out the water, dumped it, rinsed off the cuttings, and then put them in fresh water for about a week. So this is about the 2-week mark for them being in water, and I trade out that water every day to every other day at most. But at this point, I'm ready to get them out of the water. I'm ready to get them in some soil. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Step 1, I laid the bottom of this because it's got holes in it. I put cardboard in the bottom. This is our cardboard planter that we're going to be planting in. These are actually toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls that I cut down. I'm going to go ahead and fill them with potting soil. Okay, now the next thing you do, go through and push everything down. Get that soil nice and tight. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wet everything. Okay. Next step, I went ahead and labeled what I'm going to be putting where. So these are now watered, pressed down, labeled, and now we're going to go ahead and put our cuttings in there. Start with this methyl plum. Just push it in there. Push down. Round it. And off to the next one. Just push. And pack down. And I might top these off with some more soil, because of course after you water, everything goes down. Okay, pack down. Okay, I guess I don't have enough of spots for those. And get the apricot. Push. Press. Push. Press. Apricot, push, press. Okay, the rosa, push, press. And actually I probably should start from the back so that I'm not having to reach over so much, but I did not think about that. So we will ignore it. Okay, Mexican plum, push. Then I'll go back and press these in a minute. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. That sun's starting to go down. The cows are out grazing. We got the garden tilled. And we talked about cuttings. Anyways, I look forward to seeing y'all's comments. Let me know what y'all are interested in learning about. Please feel free to subscribe, share, and let us know what you think. See y'all next time. Bye.